Welcome to today's video, where we'll be exploring the fascinating 1941 wheat penny, one of the classic coins from America's past that continues to capture the hearts of collectors around the world. This coin, without a mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the main minting facility of the United States at the time. Even in circulated condition, the 1941 wheat penny tells an incredible story of history, craftsmanship, and endurance. The wheat penny, officially called the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of a symbolic figure, and it quickly became one of the most beloved designs in American coinage. The obverse of the 1941 wheat penny proudly displays the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait captures Lincoln's thoughtful expression, representing honesty, leadership, and resilience, qualities that Americans admired deeply during the early 20th century. Above Lincoln's head, you can see the words, "In God We Trust," a motto that has become a cornerstone of American coin design. To the left, the word "Liberty" reflects the nation's founding principles, while to the right of Lincoln's bust is the date 1941, marking the year this coin was struck. Because there is no mint mark under the date, this particular coin was minted in Philadelphia, which produced the majority of 1941 wheat pennies that year. The Philadelphia Mint was known for its high production quality and precision. On the reverse side, the coin features the famous two wheat ears that give the wheat penny its nickname. The words 1 cent and United States of America are centered between the stalks of wheat, symbolizing the nation's agricultural strength and prosperity. At the top of the reverse, you'll see the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This timeless phrase represents the unity of the American states and people, a message that was especially powerful during the early 1940s. The 1941 wheat penny was made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a warm reddish-brown color when it was first minted. Over time, circulation and exposure to air caused the coin to darken, developing the rich brown or deep chocolate tone often seen on older pennies today. In circulated condition, the coin may show signs of wear, softening around Lincoln's face, fading on the wheat ears, or small scratches from handling. These imperfections, however, are what make each circulated coin unique, telling its own story of the years it spent in use. By 1941, the United States was on the brink of entering World War II, and every aspect of American life was about to change. Coins like this wheat penny were part of everyday life, used by citizens who were living through a time of uncertainty and hope. The 1941 penny marks one of the last years before wartime metal shortages forced the U.S. Mint to change the composition of pennies. Just 2 years later, in 1943, pennies were made of steel to save copper for ammunition and military equipment. That makes the 1941 wheat penny even more significant. It's one of the final pre-war copper issues, representing the end of an era of traditional coinage. When you hold a 1941 penny in your hand, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a small piece of pre-war America, a relic from a nation on the edge of one of the most defining periods in history. Even in circulated condition, the design of Lincoln and the wheat ears remains strong and meaningful. The portrait of Lincoln still radiates dignity, while the wheat ears stand as timeless symbols of growth, nourishment, and prosperity. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 887 million wheat pennies in 1941, so they are not considered rare, but their historical and sentimental value is immense. They are a staple in every Lincoln cent collection. Collectors often enjoy finding circulated examples because they show real evidence of use, a connection to the people and the economy of the 1940s. Each coin has traveled through thousands of hands and countless transactions over the decades. The softness in the details of Lincoln's face, the slight fading of the lettering, and the smooth edges all serve as a reminder of how coins like these lived through generations of everyday life. Some 1941 wheat pennies develop beautiful natural toning, from reddish-orange to chocolate brown, depending on how they were stored. This patina adds charm and character that can't be replicated. Because of their abundance and historical importance, 1941 wheat pennies are often recommended for beginner collectors. They're affordable, meaningful, and easy to recognize, a perfect introduction to the world of U.S. coin collecting. Despite being over 80 years old, many circulated 1941 pennies still retain clear details, showing the durability and quality of early 20th century U.S. minting. The lack of a mint mark doesn't diminish its interest. In fact, coins without mint marks are sometimes considered more classic, representing the nation's primary mint in Philadelphia. Every time you look at a 1941 wheat penny, imagine the world it came from: cars from the 1940s driving down dusty roads, families saving coins in jars, and the nation preparing for what would become a defining global conflict. For history lovers, this coin is a tangible connection to that era. For collectors, it's an essential piece of the Lincoln cent timeline. And for casual viewers, it's a reminder of how small objects can hold immense stories. The coin's inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "E Pluribus Unum," continue to inspire with their enduring messages of faith, freedom, and unity. Even though it may not shine like it did when it was first minted, its beauty lies in its authenticity. Every bit of wear reflects a lifetime of service in the hands of the American people. If you look closely at a circulated 1941 penny, you'll still see traces of Brenner's detailed engraving work, the lines in Lincoln's hair, the texture of his coat, and the framing wheat stalks that complete the design. Coins like this remind us that history isn't just written in books, it's carried in pockets, passed through generations, and preserved in metal for centuries. The 1941 wheat penny may not be made of gold or silver, but it's priceless in what it represents: the perseverance of a nation and the everyday strength of its people. So, if you ever come across a 1941 wheat penny without a mint mark, take a moment to appreciate it. Think about how far it's come, the people who've handled it, and the stories it silently carries. It's more than just a small copper coin, it's a timeless witness to American history, a token of unity and resilience that continues to endure long after its minting.